A Florida woman has her entire driveway stolen at Christmas. A Florida woman named Miracle beat her boyfriend with a Christmas tree. A Florida man got into a car chase with police, a gun battle with a SWAT team, and lit his own house on fire. And a Florida man in a dress broke into a woman's home with his favorite adult toy. These are the weird stories for Friday on Weird AF News, and they are all from the state of Florida, because on Friday we only do weird news from Florida. It's called Florida Friday on Weird AF News. Can't wait. Let's do it. A Florida woman has her driveway stolen. Well, they'll just take anything in Florida that's not nailed down, huh? They stole my pinky toe. It's Florida. Who would steal a driveway? Maybe the bro just needed a driveway. So we have this story out of Orange County, Florida, and they're really laying it out in dramatic fashion. It begins by saying, walking unsteadily off her front porch, Amanda Brochu navigated the bumps and valleys where her walkway and driveway used to be. Slowly, she headed for the area where her son played with his friends. This area now serves as a painful reminder that, well, her time seems to be running out. Here's a quote from Amanda. I came home and my driveway was gone. In a season where most people fret about porch pirates stealing your holiday gifts, Amanda encountered something far, far worse. Somebody ran away with her concrete driveway. They stole the whole driveway. Oh, poor Amanda. What makes it all the worse is Amanda recently listed her house for sale. We have a quote from real estate agent Rocky Sanchez, who Amanda hired to sell the home. Rocky says, I thought it was unbelievable. I was utterly shocked. I've never seen this before. I've never had this happen to myself or anyone in our office. I've never heard of this. Somebody just stealing a driveway. The driveway just disappeared. The deputies met Amanda at her home on Tuesday, and they've launched a criminal mischief investigation. Here's another quote from Amanda. I just want to find the person who did this because it's wrong. It's wrong that they targeted me and my family with this. I'm trying to sell my home here and no one's going to buy this. Without a driveway, this brings down the property now and it just messes it up for me and my family. Just messes it up. You can't sell a house without a driveway. It needs to have a driveway. Amanda even posted a photo on Facebook asking for help if anyone's seen her driveway. It's a photo of where the driveway was. Amanda, we need a before picture. We need to know what the driveway looks like so that we can be on the lookout for it. Amanda has also set up a GoFundMe as a Hail Mary attempt to get her driveway back and her life plans back on track. She would like to get her home sold in due time. Oh, poor Amanda. And how about the person who stole the driveway? What's wrong with you? Well, I mean, this thief is obviously trying to pave a new life for himself or herself after this grand theft asphalt. A Florida woman named Miracle beat her boyfriend with a Christmas tree. Happy holidays. It's a Christmas miracle. Not the kind of miracle you want. On Christmas Eve, we have Florida woman Miracle Rivera, age 20. She was arrested for allegedly beating her boyfriend with a Christmas tree on Christmas Eve. According to the arrest affidavit, Miracle and her 24-year-old boyfriend, who is unnamed, were in their bedroom in St. Petersburg when they got into a verbal altercation over alleged infidelity. The boyfriend got up and went to lay on the couch. It's like, I'm going to the couch. Or maybe she was like, you go to the couch. You know how that can be. Miracle followed the boyfriend into the living room and allegedly grabbed the Christmas tree and began repeatedly beating him with the Christmas tree. Thankfully, it was a beating with a Christmas tree and not an impaling with a Festivus pole, because that would have been worse. I want to know how strong Miracle is. She just lifted an entire tree and just swung it like a baseball bat, beating him with it. There's no video of it, unfortunately. I would have loved to have seen that. The size of the tree also, I was curious about. Unfortunately, not indicated in the arrest report. You would think that that was an important detail, how big the tree was. What if it was one of those little dainty Charlie Brown trees? That's not much of an assault at that point. It's just like being beaten with a twig. Other information that's pertinent but not included in the arrest report is whether or not the tree was real or artificial. And they say the tree was not seized as evidence either. So, I mean, this is a weapon that should have been brought to the station and dissected, in my opinion. And, of course, I want to know the details. Was it plugged in at the time? I mean, how many lights were on the tree? This could be a disaster in the way that you could be beat with a Christmas tree and at the same time electrocuted by the lights that are on the Christmas tree. What a weapon when you think about it. There is an injury report included. They're saying that the tree beating resulted in the victim, quote, sustaining numerous minor scratches over much of his upper body and arms. I'm wondering if, in addition to that, he was stabbed by the star on top. You got to worry about that sort of injury as well. Those stars are very pointy. Our Christmas Miracle woman was arrested and booked on domestic battery charges into the Pinellas County Jail. Our favorite county jail, guys, Pinellas. On the morning of Christmas Eve, she was released on Christmas Day, so she can be back at the home in time to hand out gifts. Maybe they'll have a Christmas makeup of some sort. You know, the real victim in this domestic assault is the individual who has to clean up all those pine needles and tinsel that I'm sure was all over the crime scene. That's a tough job. Nothing a powerful vacuum can't take care of, though, I'd imagine. I love this. I think we need new Christmas traditions, like a Christmas tree beating. Let the Christmas beatings begin. Perhaps a stabbing under the mistletoe. Or, you know, instead of roasting chestnuts over an open fire, you roast some body parts over the open fire. This is all in the spirit of a Florida Christmas. Yay! A Florida man is in a car chase with the police, a gun battle with a SWAT team, lit a house on fire, and it all began with stolen cigarettes. I mean, this is like ultra champ level Florida man. Someone ought to write a country song about this guy. This is quite an adventure. We have a police chase, a gun battle, a car crash, a house fire. Man, Grand Theft Auto 5 is becoming way too realistic. This Florida man's story and adventure all began over some stolen cigarettes, according to the police. We have a quote from County Sheriff Mike Chitwood, who told reporters, "You know, I've seen a lot of crazy stuff in my 36 years, but this was absolutely the craziest." Now, a Florida man, Dempsey Hadley, star of our story, he's a bit of a survivalist. He led deputies on what they're calling a slow speed chase back to his home in the middle of the night on Wednesday after he shoplifted several packs of cigarettes from a neighborhood Wawa. A pair of flat tires on his pickup truck caused by a deputy's deployment of stop sticks along the roadway wasn't enough to get 56-year-old Florida man Hadley to surrender. Instead, he slowly crawled his way home, where he barricaded himself inside his vehicle, ignored deputies' commands, and even opened fire. The SWAT team was called to the scene, and Florida man Hadley engaged in a gunfight with the SWAT deputies, according to the sheriff. Hadley allegedly proceeded then to set fires inside the truck's cabin, causing his truck to go up in flames, forcing him to retreat inside the home. As the blaze made its way all around the home, the suspect appeared on his second-floor balcony. Officers were able to use a Bearcat to knock the balcony down and eventually take Florida man Hadley into custody. The Florida man has been charged with 3 counts of attempted murder of a law enforcement officer, fleeing or attempting to elude law enforcement, arson, petite retail theft. This guy went on quite a Florida man adventure. I was a little disappointed that he didn't at any moment put an alligator down his pants. I mean, that's sort of like the coup de grace of Florida man crimes. No word on what the brand of cigarettes were that he stole. I'm going to guess menthols. What do you guys think? Call the show. Tell me what you think. 646-450-2012.
Want to create a podcast? Spotify's platform lets you easily make, record, and distribute a podcast everywhere, even earn some money, all in one place, and it's free. It's called Spotify for Podcasters. Record, edit on your phone or your computer, send it to Spotify and everywhere podcasts are heard. They even have video recording options as well. Spotify for Podcasters even allows you to earn money with ads and subscriptions. Best of all, it's free. Try it. Download Spotify for Podcasters or go to spotify.com/podcasters to get started. And good luck with your podcast. Good luck with your life, man.
A Florida man in a dress breaks into a home with his favorite adult toy. Well, it's nice that he brought his own adult toy and didn't steal the homeowner's adult toy. I think I've covered enough stories about people breaking into homes and stealing other people's sex toys and even using them inside the home. The article here begins by saying, make sure not to be naughty and always wear your holiday best. Well, this Florida man obviously doesn't like to abide by these holiday rules. A man in St. Petersburg tried to break into a woman's house wearing a dress and holding an adult toy, also known as a sex toy. They're not saying what sort of sex toy it is, but you can imagine. His name is Marshall Jones. This Florida man is 40 years old and has a fetish of some sort. According to the media, Marshall Jones, wearing a dress, was caught on camera trying to break in to the home of a 69-year-old woman. And this is just the beginning of his strange behavior. He then decided to press his private parts against the door before making a quick exit. Florida man Jones must have enjoyed his special moment at the door because he then returned to the same house for round two. Once again, the Florida man tried to enter the home. When he could not, he pulled out a sex toy and began pleasuring himself on the front porch. Is all this caught on video? Destroy the footage. Destroy the footage. No one needs to see this. It's traumatic. Now, it says here, in the midst of Jones's holiday sexy time on the lady's front porch, the police showed up, and the Florida man bolted. The police finally did catch him. The Florida man said it was just a harmless sex toy that fell out during his erotic break-in. No, see, I was trying to break into the house and my sex toy fell out. It just fell out. I guess he didn't try and deny the break-in, at least. The Florida man also claims the reason he went back to the house was to check on this old woman because he claims he saw a shooting there 2 weeks ago. The problem is no one else seems to know about this supposed shooting. There's more problems than that. I think the author of this story needs to recognize there's a lot more problems than him lying about a supposed shooting that never happened. It says here, Florida man Jones, or Blair, as he likes to be called. I guess when he puts the dress on, he'd rather be called Blair. Hey, Jones, you get off this porch right now with that sex toy. No, you'll call me Blair, and I'm not finished. It says Blair isn't new to trouble. He's darn near a professional troublemaker in the area. He has a rap sheet that includes cocaine possession, trespassing, obstruction. Now you can add a felonious charge for attempted burglary and a couple of misdemeanors for stalking and resisting the cops. Well, it says here, I guess Jones should have listened to his mother and put his toys away. Nyah, 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 nyah. Just some Florida man Christmas puns.
This episode is brought to you by Kia's first 3-row all-electric SUV, the Kia EV9, with available all-wheel drive and seating for up to 7 adults, with a 0 to 60 speed that thrills you 1 minute, and available reclining lounge seats that unwind you the next. Visit kia.com/EV9 to learn more. Ask your Kia dealer for availability. No system, no matter how advanced, can compensate for all driver error and or driving conditions. Always drive safely.
Hey, my friends and loyal listeners of the Weird AF News podcast. Thanks for joining me for another episode of Florida Friday. And a shout out to everyone who sent me weird Florida news from this week. You can always email me stories to funnyjones@gmail.com, or you can slide them into my DMs on Instagram as well, @funnyjones on Instagram. If you want to call the show, the number is 646-450-2012. I always love to hear from my listeners. I got an email from Lethua Mitchell, who the title is Don't Dookie December. She wrote, oh my God, I can't even with you. I literally fell over laughing when you said that, Jonesy. That's got to be the funniest damn stuff that you've ever said. I laughed out loud, and it takes a lot to make me laugh out loud, seriously. Then you continued with the Yule log joke. You're killing me, Jonesy. Dookie December, LOL. She also wrote, love the New Zealand accent, by the way. And then she said, good luck with your life, man. Well, so happy holidays to Lethua, a.k.a. Lethal Weapon, who claims to be a fan for life. Oh, she's a Weird AF News Jonesy fan for life. So shout out to her. And I appreciate the email very, very much. I want to give some love to a YouTuber. The YouTube handle is MeinhofBiker1. Who's written some very nice comments on my YouTube videos, which is lovely because I get a lot of terrible comments on YouTube. There's a lot of mean people on the YouTube. But MeinhofBiker1 wrote, do rats have penises? I spat my coffee out, Jonesy. I'm going to subscribe just for the laugh that you gave me. I'm assuming you're a young guy, as you sound a lot like the young guys around our bike club over here in Scotland. I'm one of the old bastards that sit quietly unnoticed and listen to what's going on. So shout out to this dude in Scotland. I didn't know I had any fans. There's been a few in Scotland, I believe. Man, I would love to learn the Scottish accent. I'd love to be able to add that to my accent toolkit. I don't have too many accents in there that I do well, but the Scottish accent's so difficult. I'd love to learn it, though. Anyways, I appreciate the shout-outs and the comments, guys, when especially the positive ones. That's really, really nice. If you'd like to leave me a review on Amazon or iTunes, also known as Apple Podcasts, that would be really helpful. Appreciate that. If you'd like to support the show, you can buy me a coffee or join the Patreon on my website, weirdafnews.com. Or you can go to buymeacoffee.com/funnyjones, or you can go to patreon.com/weirdafnews, join the Patreon, or download the Patreon app on your phone and do a search for Weird AF News. These are many ways in which you can support the show, or you can do nothing and just be a listener, just a passive listener to the show. That helps as well. We have another holiday weekend coming up, sort of, with New Year's Sunday night. So I hope you guys have a wonderful New Year's, and I hope that you're safe. Hope that you have a nice time partying with loved ones and friends. I'm going to be doing a show up in the Oxnard, Ventura area. So if you're there, just send me an email. I'll give you all the details. It's at a winery, and I think it's open to the public. I'll find out anyways. Just drop me an email, funnyjones@gmail.com, if you'd like to spend New Year's with me. The show starts rather early, 7, so you still have time to then go out to your New Year's party if you'd like to do that. Or you could just hang out drinking wine with me until the ball drops as well. Should be a good time. I believe I'll be drinking for free. I better be drinking for free. I'm the headliner, all right? Anyways, there won't be a Monday episode because that'll be New Year's, but I'm going to do a best of for 2023 on Tuesday. So it may be a 1 or a 2-parter. But yeah, I think that's appropriate. Usually I'll do a best of the previous year every New Year's, and which is fun. So I'll go through all, 300 episodes of 2023, pick out some real good ones and put them in a best of for your entertainment, for sure. Anyways, I love you guys, and good luck with your life, man.